Hi everyone, we are back. Welcome to a new episode on Vitesse Drive. Today we have a very interesting and particular car, something I'm not quite that used to driving. It is a Japanese Scion TC 10.0. Now, as you notice, there are a bit of flurries today. Welcome to our famous Canadian weather, where 30 minutes ago it was sunny and now it is foggy and cold. But snow or no snow, we are equipped with some awesome Michelin X-Ice winter tires. All right, let me turn your attention to the car I have today. It is a Scion. Scion is a division of Toyota. It has been discontinued since 2016, and this is the final model that Scion came out with. It is the TC, but it is the 10.0. That 10.0 means that it is equipped with some very interesting aerodynamic packages, which I will get into very briefly. Now, in 2016, Scion gave you the regular TC model, and then they gave you an optional 10.0. 10.0 signifies that you will have a much more aggressive front bumper. It's not really much of the bumper that is different. It's really much more here. The bottom splitter that is added gives it a very, very nice and aggressive look. You do get a very nice look in the rear as well. There is a awesome big rear diffuser with the exhaust pipes. Now, the optional 10.0 also gives you a TRD exhaust, which sounds insane. Have a listen. Oh yeah, that's pure Japanese joy right there. And another optional feature is the fact that you get lower down TRD springs from the factory. It does give you a slightly stiffer ride, but not that much more than the base model TC. Along with that, you also get some beautiful blacked out 18-inch rims. I love the accents between the black and the red color paint. The contrast, you know me, I love contrasting. And this is the perfect color combination that you could get for this car. Roof is also blacked out and you get a panoramic moonroof. I mean, the list goes on. This car is surprisingly good value for what you get. But I do want to direct your attention to the aggressiveness of this car, the way the lines are designed, the headlights, the blacked out badges. I mean, there's just such awesome little attention to detail when it comes to this. But this car was designed by Kei Miura. For those that don't know, have a look, Google him. He's actually quite interesting. He designs a lot of body kits for the Japanese markets and the Japanese cars. And he's done a lot of design work for Toyota. I mean, like, the list goes on. He's actually quite an interesting character, very reserved, but he personally designed this TC, and it shows. There's a lot of little accents that shows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out for a little test drive. I wanna see how this car is for daily drivability, because this is a daily driven car. At the end of the day, it's a Toyota, so reliability is there as well. The power plant is not crazy. It is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder DOHC. It does develop 179 horsepower and about 180 pound-feet of torque. So it's quite a rev-happy engine. But like I said, we'll get more into details on that when we go on this test drive. Cold day or not, let's do this. All right, and we are off in the Scion TC 10.0. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is, again, the 10.0 signification. What does that even mean? So in 2016, you had the basic Scion TC, the regular model that everybody could get, and then you had this optional 10.0. Essentially, it's kind of like a tribute to Scion itself, kind of like a final goodbye, as we might say. It was a little bit of a limited production, and by limited production, you actually know which number production this car was, because there's an awesome little badging right here in carbon fiber. It's really cool, actually, like such a nice touch. So essentially, it is a TC RS 10.0, and this is number 112 out of 1200. So as I said, what the 10.0 really does give you is a lot more into the aerodynamic aspect of the vehicle. You get a little front skirt, you get an awesome back spoiler, you get these 18-inch blacked out rims, the TRD lowered springs, along with the TRD exhaust, which, as we noticed earlier, sounds quite fantastic. Honestly, that's about it. You don't get more performance. But I mean, this car isn't a slouch neither. It is a naturally aspirated 2.5 inline 4, typical DOHC Toyota Japanese engine, developing 179 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 172 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM, which isn't very low. So this means this is once again another rev-happy engine. But the fact that it isn't turbocharged and that it's naturally aspirated means that it has a very, very linear power delivery. Now, this car is equipped with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It has pretty big, actually, paddle shifters on the steering wheel. That's kind of surprising. You can get this car equipped with a 6-speed manual. Actually, it is quite rare to get your hands on a 6-speed manual for the 10.0. So yes, 6-speed manual is a rarity for this vehicle, but this transmission is pretty good. So let's talk pricing. Right now, if you open Auto Trader in the used market, you can easily find this car for about $18,500 Canadian with roughly 50,000 kilometers. Now that is insane value for what you get. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You get a very race and sport-oriented car. And it starts very easily with like subtle cues. Flat bottom steering wheel. It's nice and thick. I love how big the paddle shifters are. The stalks are nice and thick. Everything feels good. The gauges look great. Very nice big analog gauges. And then things move on. You have these sport bucket seats which grip you and hug you super well and are super comfortable. Not leather, they are cloth. I actually prefer this in this type of vehicle. Again, as I said, the red seat belt, nice little touch. The little TC badging we see here. I mean, the list kind of goes on. So this engine is quite peppy. Like I said earlier, it is not the fastest car in the planet. The 0 to 100 is about 7.6 seconds. But again, like I said, it's not about the speed, it's about the way the engine performs. It's very linear performance. So the weather is pretty nasty, but that's not gonna stop us from going into the back roads right now. And you know, we'll be gentle, but we're gonna see what this car is all about. All right, we're coming up to a nice little curve. I usually know how to respond on this one. Need to be careful, it is quite slippery though. But wow, feels really good, even though the conditions are pretty poor. That's the thing though, you get really good feedback and really good response from the steering wheel. So you know if there's slippage. And like I mentioned, it is front wheel drive. Now the brakes aren't as good as I was hoping they would be. They're kind of numb. You kind of have to really put your foot down on them for them to grip. They feel a little slippery. Again, like I said, the weather is horrible. Canada, what is wrong with you? So let's see, right now, 6 speed, foot down, right away shifts. Oh, traction control kicking in. Wow, this car is actually really good in the snow as well. You can have a lot of fun. Let's do a little brake test. Super, feels super. Again, there it goes. It's very numb. I don't like the brakes. Not a fan of that. But one thing's for sure, I totally dig this exhaust system. Listen. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, wow, traction control still kicking in. Let's maybe turn it off and see what happens. All right, let's go on it. All right, so even with traction control on, there is no fictional traction control intervening. So I guess once it's off, it really is off, which is really interesting. I completely and totally dig this car. I'm surprised. I actually thought I wouldn't like it. And I do. I do like it. Even though I'm much more of a luxury guy, this car feels, it feels very well made. There's a lot of rattle, there's a lot of cabin noise, but that is all shadowed with the fact that it's very sporty. It feels very balanced. It feels very good. You got tons of leg room. There's quite a bit of space in the back. I don't think adults will be comfortable, but this car is a hatchback. Put the seats down, you can carry a lot of things, so there is practicality for that. So the owner of this car is actually, in fact, a DJ, and he hauls a lot of his equipment in the back of this vehicle. And he has a lot of it, a big road case, bag, equipment, all sorts of stuff. And he says he has no trouble whatsoever, folds down the seats, puts all that in. And speaking about that, a big thank you again for him for lending me his vehicle for the day. You should go give him a follow on Instagram, linked somewhere down here. His name is DJ Nightmare. At the end, not an E, it's with a 3. Awesome guy, insanely good DJ. Make sure you go give him a follow, give him a shout out, listen to his stuff. Really cool guy, really cool music. Thanks again for this car. Now, all right, I know I said I was gonna go into the back roads and I was going to test out its handling. Mother Nature had other plans. It is crazy slippery outside. I'm not gonna lie, it is very slippery. I guess this test drive is going to turn more into, is this car a good winter car? Now, there's not one single moment right now that I've been driving that I felt like I was losing control whatsoever. Traction control really kept the front in check. Car behaves super well, everything feels great. Sadly, because of that, we will have to cut this review a little bit short. I was really looking forward to testing out this car's handling because that's where this car shines. All right, so this concludes our test drive of the 2016 Scion TC 10.0. As you guys noticed, 2 hours ago, there was none of this white powder, and now there is tons of it. Sadly, this cut the test drive a little bit short, and I didn't get to really experience the car the way I wanted to. This is still considered a two-door little sports car, and I really wanted to toss it in the curves, see how it behaves under more aggressive driving conditions, but like, I sadly didn't get the chance. But I got to answer another really interesting question, which wasn't on my mind whatsoever. How would this car behave in the winter? Well, I think you guys all noticed, including myself, how pleasantly surprising this vehicle was. I gotta credit it to the phenomenal Michelin X Ice snow tires. They did a crazy good job. The car was super planted, super responsive. Everything felt exactly the way it should have. So this concludes the review for the car. Honestly, super happy with the response I've been getting. Thank you all for the massive support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give the video a little like, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you have any idea for future videos, let me know in the comments below. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and hopefully the next review we'll have won't be with those horrid conditions. And thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.